Hi, in this video, I'm going to give you an overview on what's new in Virtual Surveyor 10.1. The first new feature is the integration with SharePoint and OneDrive. These are new cloud locations in addition to the Dropbox integration that was already available. The second improvement is the way you get access to these cloud locations. In essence, we just mirror what you already have configured in your File Explorer. What you have already configured in File Explorer is actually what you are working from. So if you have an Office 365 subscription, you will obviously have OneDrive and SharePoint locations available as well. Whatever is available in File Explorer, be it OneDrive, SharePoint, or Dropbox, will be mirrored in what you see in the Virtual Surveyor and Terrain Creator apps. And this works the same as a normal file system, so you can just navigate through and open a project from any of your cloud locations. Now, why do we value these cloud locations so much? Why pay a significant amount of money for both a specialized cloud application and a specialized drone application when you already have cloud storage available with your standard business subscription like Office 365? For one, we find cloud access extremely user-friendly, but it's mainly for cost savings. So when you save your Virtual Surveyor or Terrain Creator project on any of these cloud locations, you're going to have the same advantages. When working in a full cloud platform, you will have access to your data from anywhere, and you will always be able to work as a team. Multiple users from the same team will have access to the same datasets. In addition to that, you will also have the advantages of having a local copy of the data, as these cloud storage locations keep a copy in the cloud. So we have all the advantages that I just pointed out, and you also have the file available on your local computer, which means zero latency, and it speeds up the calculations you need to do on your data. In addition to that, you have automatic backup and versioning. So let's have a look at how this works. In recent projects, you see an overview of your recent projects, and you also see the cloud location where all these projects have been saved. We see here SharePoint, Dropbox, and OneDrive. This cloud system is nicely integrated with our Virtual Surveyor IDs. So that means when you sign in with your Virtual Surveyor ID on any other location, this recent file list will also be there, and you can simply access your most recent projects. And the application will then see if it's locally available or not. When it's not locally available, it will download the project. Then you will be able to make some changes, make a survey, save it, and these changes will be uploaded back to the cloud. Once the file is available locally, you will be able to open it immediately every time you access it. The uploading and downloading is handled by the synchronization programs found here in the hidden taskbar. And these programs will also make sure that your computer does not completely max out with data. Once you no longer use a certain project file for a certain period of time, the synchronization application will actually clean up space for you. Now, I had just opened a project from my personal OneDrive. It's important to point out that my personal OneDrive files are only accessible to me. The team drives, like our Virtual Surveyor Dropbox here, are folders that allow access for multiple users, but essentially the experience is the same. So when I open this project here, not only myself, but also any member of my team will be able to open this project on another computer. For SharePoint, it's somewhat different. So when we look here in SharePoint, you see a number of directories. By default, this is empty. And if you want a certain directory to appear here, meaning that you will be able to access it through Virtual Surveyor or Terrain Creator, you will have to sync the directory to your File Explorer. This is the standard process you also use when you work with Word or Excel documents. For example, you can sync your directories in Teams. So in Teams, you just go to the proper location, and when you click Sync, then this folder will become available in your SharePoint, and you will have the possibility to access those files here. And not only for you, but also your colleagues. All right, then what else is new? What is also new are favorite locations. And you might have already seen a couple favorite locations appear here on the top. The favorite locations are dynamic locations that you can configure yourself and are directories or folders that you frequently use or want quick access to. So essentially, you can go to any of your cloud or local locations and click the star next to it to have it appear in your favorites. Now you have the advantage of accessing projects you regularly come back to without having to click through a series of folders. You can just click on the favorite locations and you're instantly where you want to be. And this works for any folder. All the cloud folders like Dropbox, OneDrive, or SharePoint. And it also works for local folders, including the temporary ones. Some other changes with this update are Save As functions and the project folder. If you want to move a file from a local space to one of your cloud locations, you can now do this very easily. I'll click Save As, and for example, using this project, I'm going to go to my SharePoint demonstration data. Click here, type New Mine, and I click Save. Now, when I save this project file, the application will ask me if I want to copy all the terrain files associated in this project or used in this project to the saved location. I can click Yes or No. So in this case, it's 10 gigabytes, so only do this when it's needed. And I can, for example, click No. Then we also have another advantage. We'll go to the Export tab. Like with Save As, you now have the same option to copy your terrain files directly by clicking on Copy Terrains. From here, you can click Yes, files are copied, and then you will get a toast notification here in the lower corner when the process is complete. And the Project Files button allows you to open this folder, the Project folder. And then we can see that those terrain files and the Virtual Surveyor project file is available. And at this moment, you see that these terrain files are being uploaded through OneDrive. The last improvement is related to assigning materials and stockpile items. So I'm going to open a project that I have available on my Dropbox. And this improvement mainly relates to situations where you have a lot of materials. So in this case, I only have a few, so I'm going to add a few more. I'm going to drag and drop a very long material list in Virtual Surveyor. You see now all these materials appear here, and there really is a lot. Now, when we would have to assign this material to a stockpile, we can assign it through the search option. The previous version had a super long list, which you had to scroll through. Now, you can just quickly do a search and assign the material. And even better, you can also right-click the stockpile item and click Assign Material, and then just assign the material that is applicable from here. Also, when you need to scroll through your entire material layer library because you need to change something, it's easy. You just start typing the name of the material you want to change, and it automatically filters down to the materials that qualify. So it's much easier to find the material and make the edit you want. And in addition to that, we've also included more annotation options. So now you can also select your stockpiles and show the material. You can also show the tonnage, in addition to the volume, of course, and the value. So you have all the options to present and extract the information that you have available with your stockpiles. Alright, that's it. To summarize, we have improved our cloud locations with an integration for OneDrive, SharePoint, and better access. We have a favorites location, improvements for Save As, managing your terrain files in your project folder, and improvements for assigning materials. We hope you like these updated features. Thank you very much for your attention. Please reach out if you have any questions or let us know your thoughts. Take care.